Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am super excited to share with you one of my grandmother's traditional Lebanese food recipes. This Tabouli salad is made with a few fresh ingredients. It's light, refreshing, and delicious, and everybody loves it. Welcome to Kat's Vegan Kitchen. Let's get started. Bulgur wheat is a staple in many Middle Eastern and Lebanese recipes, so you know I buy mine in bulk. For this recipe, you want to make sure to buy coarse bulgur, or it might say number 2 on the bag. Do not buy fine bulgur for this recipe, or most of my Lebanese recipes. Bulgur wheat has to be soaked to use in most of the Lebanese recipes I'm going to teach you how to make. So we're going to take about 3/4 cup of dry bulgur wheat and we're going to soak it in water while I prepare the rest of my ingredients. If you want to make this a gluten-free recipe, you can use cooked quinoa instead of bulgur wheat. It works just as well, and I've made it many times that way for my gluten-free friends. The base of this salad is Italian parsley. So you want the flat Italian parsley, not the curly parsley. And you want to rinse it really, really well. We want to make sure our parsley is not wet because that will make our salad taste watery. So we're just going to take a paper towel and dry our parsley really well before we pick it apart. Now there's no way around this. This part is kind of tedious. We have to pick each leaf off of the parsley plant. And I like to just put on some good music, maybe some Arabic music, and dance while I do this because it's gonna take a little bit of time. Make sure you only use the leaves that are really nice and fresh and green. We're gonna use one full large bunch of parsley for this recipe. A food processor makes this recipe much easier, but you don't need one. You can chop everything by hand. But I love to say, these, you can find them at thrift stores and garage sales all the time. I'll also link my favorite food processor in the description below. If you're using a food processor, make sure you use the pulse function and not the on function. You just want your parsley to be finely chopped. You can pulse it maybe 8 or 9 times and that should be enough. Our next ingredient is 1 to 2 bunches of scallions. Now, like most family recipes, these aren't exact measurements, so you have to make it a couple times and see how you like it. I'm going to use, these are large bunches of scallions because it's the summer and produce is plentiful, so I'm going to use about 1.5 bunches. I washed my scallions, I cut the ends off, and I'm gonna cut them at where it gets really the floppy green ends. Now you can use those green ends for other recipes, I just don't use them in this recipe. You can chop them into about 1-inch pieces and toss them into your food processor. Again, we're just going to pulse them 8 or 9 times till they're finely chopped. Add your scallions to your parsley and just toss it around gently. Now you can make tabouleh any time of the year, but the reason it's perfect for summer is because the vegetables are so fresh. You're gonna find 3 large or 4 medium size of the freshest tomatoes you can find. The farmer's market's a great option for that. And then you're going to cut them in half, and then into quarters, and then into eighths. Then you're going to go ahead and remove the seeds from your tomatoes. Some will have more seeds than others. Once you de-seed your tomatoes, just set your seeds off to the side of your cutting board. Some people will use the food processor for the tomatoes, but I prefer not to because I think it makes them kind of watery. So you want to cut your tomatoes into small, mostly uniform sizes. Now my siblings, when they make this, they will use the food processor to cut the tomatoes. Of course, I'm a much better cook than they are. I'm just kidding. My brother Donnie's Tabouleh is probably the best in the family, but we're not gonna tell him that. Add your tomatoes to the rest of your veggies and go ahead and toss those together till they're mixed up really well. It's time to return to our bulgur wheat that's been soaking. It's gonna have puffed up a little while we cut our vegetables. What you want to do is drain your bulgur in a fine mesh strainer. Then you want to grab it with your hand and squeeze it so you can get all the extra water out of it, and you can go ahead and return it to its original container. Okay, again, this part is a little bit tricky. We're gonna add bulgur till it looks right to me. This is about 1 cup of bulgur. Like I mentioned, if you want to make this gluten-free, you can use quinoa. I use cooked quinoa. So we're gonna add bulgur a handful at a time, mixing as we go until it looks right. This is a personal preference, but I like mine to look just like this. So I added in about 3/4 a cup of bulgur. This is a super important ingredient that so many people skip. You want to take about 1 to 2 teaspoons of fresh mint. I grow my own mint. It's so easy to grow. It's like a weed. Chop it up super fine and sprinkle it throughout your tabouleh salad and then mix it together really well. The dressing of this salad is super important, so I'm going to show you how to make that. But I want you to know that once we dress it, really the best thing to do is put it in the refrigerator covered, stir it every couple hours or hour, and then serve it after about 3 to 4 hours. Our dressing is made out of the juice of 2 whole lemons and 3 tablespoons of a high quality olive oil. You're also going to mix in about 1/4 to 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and you may want to add more salt later after you taste it. Pour half your dressing over your salad, mix it together really well. Pour the other half over your salad and mix it again. My grandmother's kitchen is the first place where I learned how to cook. When you showed up, doesn't matter if you're with your friends or your family, there would be an array of delicious foods to share. One of the reasons I make these recipes is I want you to make them and sit down with your friends and family and share a delicious meal together, because I believe it is one of the greatest pleasures of life. I hope you like this recipe. If you're looking for more authentic Lebanese recipes, check out my playlist of all the recipes that came with my grandmother in the early 1900s from Lebanon. In a Lebanese household, we eat tabouleh with our hands with a piece of lettuce or pita bread, but you can eat it any way you want it. If you're looking for the full written recipe, check the description below. I hope to see you next time on Kat's Vegan Kitchen.
You have, don't you have the whole shebang on backwards? Maybe. Isn't the handle supposed to be in front?
5 hours later.
We gotta time these. These should be going fast.
No, we should. These 2 recipes.
I think I'm gonna faint. I'm sweating balls. I gotta log my points. Hold on, Stephanie's calling.
Louise, stop it. You're not helping anything.